disappearance day of Srila Madhavendra Puri, would like to speak on the glories of Srila Madhavendra Puri. And here in the board, we have this. This is the last verse that Srila Madhavendra Puri will be reciting at the end of his life. It is mentioned that actually this verse is the king of all the prose of the poetry. It's like Ganga is like the mother of all the rivers, or Srimad Bhagavatam is the Grantaraj, or the king of the scriptures. So this verse is the topmost. This is the highest praise or prayer that's been composed by Srila Madhavendra Puri. But it's mentioned also that this verse actually came from the lotus lips of Srimati Radharani. Srila Madhavendra Puri came from the line of Madhva Acharya. We are in that line of disciplic succession. Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. And in the Madhvacharya, mostly it is ritualistic activities being performed. But somehow, in the tree of devotional service, the first shoot, it explains that he is the harbinger. Madhavendra Puri is the first person who introduced the mood of conjugal love. Before that, in anywhere else, there is no such thing as a mood of like the gopis' love towards Krishna. Mostly, the worship is Lakshmi Narayan or Sitaram. More of it, what you call awe and veneration, Aishwarya. And that's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the golden avatar, Chana avatar, who later on, after Madhavendra Puri, he exemplified and expressed this highest level of love of Godhead, this feeling of separation, vipralamba, towards the supreme lovable object, towards Lord Krishna. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took initiation from Iswara Puri. Iswara Puri is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri has many disciples. Brahmananda Puri. It's mentioned also that Lord Nityananda is one of his disciples. But some other place, Lord Nityananda also says that he is disciple of Lakshmi Tirtha, who is the guru of Madhavendra Puri. And somewhere else, yes, he's a disciple of Iswara Puri, Lord Nityananda. So Madhavendra Puri, he's in the highest level of love of God. He's not an ordinary soul. There are two kinds of living beings in this world. One is called Nitya-Baddha and Nitya-Mukta, or eternally liberated souls, and Nitya-Baddha, eternally conditioned souls like us. So this Jivan Mukta or Nitya Mukta, eternally liberated souls, they're very rare in this world. There are three items or three tattvas that are very rare in this world. Three main personalities or three items: Bhakti, Bhagavan, and Bhakta. To find a real Bhakta is very rare. We are just trying to touch the tip of how to perform bhakti so that we'll become bhakta, so that we'll get association with Bhagavan. Very rare to find a real bhakta. Even Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he performed his Brajamandal Parikrama, he mentions that I don't see any Brajabasi here, real Brajabasi. And that was like many, many years ago. Of course, there are some genuine devotees, but if we are fortunate enough, then we can have their association. So Madhavendra Puri is in this level. He's in the highest limit of Prema Bhakti, that whenever he will see a monsoon cloud, it explains in the Shastras that the color of Lord Krishna is that darkest complexion. Blue is dark. It's like our tamal tree here. When the gopis will see tamal tree, they will mistakenly think that that is Krishna. They will embrace the tamal tree. So when Madhavendra Puri will see the dark monsoon cloud, he'll fall into ecstasy and immediately he'll be unconscious. He doesn't know whether it is day or night. He's intoxicated. A person who's intoxicated, even in the material platform, he does not know what he's wearing. Whether he hang his coat somewhere or doesn't matter. He cannot figure it out. So he's like that. He cannot even tell whether he already ate or not. Because he's so much absorbed on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, immersed with so much love that he forgets everything. So Madhavendra Puri, when he met Lord Nityananda, he was traveling down south. And Lord Nityananda, as soon as he saw Madhavendra Puri, he was also traveling different parts of India, doing a yatra, tirtha yatra, that he says, now my journey is complete. So it is like that also when we meet a pure devotee of the Lord, our existence in this world is finished. That is the start of our going back home, back to Godhead. And the same with Madhavendra Puri, when he met Lord Nityananda, Madhavendra Puri mentions that now I've seen the person who is actually in love of God. They're in the same level, so to speak. They're not ordinary personalities, what to say of Lord Nityananda, who is an expansion, the first expansion of Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram, Swayam Prakash. So Madhavendra Puri, he came here to Vrindavan. He spent a lot of time in Vrindavan, and in later part of his life in Remuna. Have you been to Remuna? Anybody went to Remuna? You will never forget that place because of the deities. The deities there were carved by Lord Ramachandra in Treta Yuga. The deities there are not like our deities, that, like three-dimensional, or you can see. It's more of a carving in a stone. It's a relief. We'll mention that pastime later on. So, Madhavendra Puri, he is the Jagat Guru. He is the spiritual master of the entire world. Because he showed by his example that the Supreme Lord himself cannot help himself but to show himself to his dear devotee. When Madhavendra Puri came here in Vrindavan with his tour, he ended up in Govindakund, near Govindakund, in Govardhan. And as a sannyasi, he does not beg for food. He is happy to receive whatever one or whoever will come and offer him food stuff. He will not go beg. Of course, there's another kind of sannyasi. It's called Bahudak, Kutichak, Paribrajacharya, and Paramahamsa. So Bahudak means sannyasi who just stay in one's place or ashram. And he prepared everything for himself. And then there's what he called Kutichak, who will go from door to door and beg food. It's like sometimes when we go on parikrama, Brajamandal parikrama, the devotees will beg from the Brijabasis some nice Brajabasi roti. And then there's Paribrajacharya, who travels all over the world. And then there's Paramahamsa, who is the topmost level. So, while he was meditating, there is this one boy who came to see him, a cowherd boy. And it's so beautiful. Sisi Gornitai ki jai, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sisi Krishna Balaram ki jai, the two cows there ki jai, Sisi Radha Shama Sundar Lalita Visakha Devi ki jai. So the cow herd boy asked Madhavendra Puri, "Why are you meditating? Where have you come from? Can you tell me who you are?" But Madhavendra Puri, before answering these questions, because he was so enamored, he was so captivated by the beauty of this cowherd boy, that he asked him another question. Instead of answering the question, he asked him another question. Or, how do you know I am here? Who sent you here? And the cowherd boy says, "Well, I'm a cowherd boy and I tend the cows nearby. I live in a nearby village, and some woman here who are fetching some water told me that there is a sadhu here who is very hungry. That's why I came here with a pot of milk for you. In my village, no one gets hungry. And anyone who gets hungry, I make sure that they get something to eat." So, you finish this milk. I have to go now, because I have to look for my cows, and I'll come back for the pot later on. So Madhavendra Puri was so much in ecstasy, he's crying actually, almost crying, that there is this young boy. So he drank the milk, and he was chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is his main activity, always absorbed in chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So much so that it was late at night and he dozed off. Actually, he was waiting and waiting for this cowherd boy to take his pot. He was waiting on the same path that the cowherd boy came. But no way, there's no way that the cowherd boy is coming. So in a dream, he dozed off and he had a dream. In that dream, Krishna came. Krishna came. And he told Madhavendra Puri that, actually, I've been waiting for you. You are such a wonderful devotee that I've been waiting for you for so long. I am hidden somewhere here in the dense part of the forest. I've been established long time ago by Vajranav, the son of Aniruddha, the great-grandson of Lord Krishna, myself, that I need to show myself to the world now so they'll get the benefit and they'll get relief from these conditions of the material world, and so that they go back home, back to Godhead. So you please help me, uncover me, take some help of the village people, and in this way, you perform some puja for me and let the worship begin. So Madhavendra Puri woke up and he was crying actually after that. So much so that he just now understood that this same Lord Krishna who came to my dream is none other than the same cowherd boy who before came and gave me this pot of milk. And it's the same. He's the same cowherd boy who came is Krishna, and Krishna also as this deity form of his, whom he wanted to be uncovered by myself, is none other than same personality, these three personalities. So immediately, morning came, he asked the help of all the villagers, and with their choppers, they went deep into the forest. Madhavendra Puri knew how to get there because of the dream. Sometimes devotees get dreams also of their spiritual master, or Srila Prabhupada, or Krishna. So these are not ordinary dreams. I did one time, I had a dream of Srila Prabhupada. I tried to dream again of him, but it doesn't come anymore. You cannot force yourself to dream of Krishna or to dream of your spiritual master. Sometimes, I have few, spiritual master would come in a dream and give instructions. But then I will forget. You should write it down immediately. What are these instructions? So, this dream is very special that Krishna manifested himself through this dream, and they found this deity of Gopal, Giridhari Gopal, that he was covered with dirt. Now this dirt is not ordinary dirt. This is called Brajaraj. In Vrindavan, the last thing that will remain when Kali Yuga actually is to the last stage, is this Brajaraj. And it's becoming very rare also because of this nonsense people who paved to the Parikrama Marg. Before, we saw this picture, 1974, of the Parikrama Marg. So beautiful. And the dust is like, actually is so soft, like Johnson baby powder. You've seen Johnson baby powder? Maybe softer than that one. So the dirt is covering the deities, and he's very heavy, that even the strongest person in the village cannot carry him alone. Madhavendra Puri also helped carry the deity, and in the dream, Lord Krishna told Madhavendra Puri that you put me on top of the hill, worship me on top of the hill. So they put the deity on a slab of stone so that he'll be balanced, and at the same time also he put some another slab of stone at the back so that there'll be like a little bit of a resting place. And then many people in the village started to heard about what's going on. And also Madhavendra Puri told them to prepare different items for the first Abhishek. Panchagabya and Panchamrita. Panchagabya means 5 items coming from cows, like cow dung, cow urine, milk, ghee, and yogurt, dahi, yes. And the Panchagabya, that's the Panchagabya. And the Panchamrita, like honey, sugar, milk again, yogurt, and ghee again. This is according to the Hari Bhakti Bilas by Srila Sanatana Goswami. So, and they collected from new pots, earthen pots, from the nearby Kund, the Govinda Kund. 900 jars of water, fresh water from Govinda Kund to bathe Giridhari Gopal. And so everybody would like to perform seva for the newly established deity or newly baited deity. This is what we do when we bathe the deities. We put also oil just before the bathing. So it says that also they use sandalwood oil and other perfumes to smear the transcendental form of this deity. So everybody brought their different items from their householders' areas and their stock of grains, milk. Everybody gave utensils. Everybody brought something for the pleasure of the Lord. And then this goes on for many days, the offerings. And the news is spread to the nearby villages also, that every day a different village will do their own of worship, their particular service towards the Supreme Lord. They will bring all of their preparations, so much so that for the next 2 years the worship of Gopal is being done. Almost unlimited. Every day, different village will give their offerings. One day, there were 2 Brahmana from West Bengal came, and Madhavendra Puri became fond of them. And And one night, Madhavendra Puri received another message. He dreamt again of Gopal, Lord Krishna, saying that I am very happy with your worship, but I still feel very, very hot. My body is burning. I want you to go and get me this sandalwood from the Malaya Hills. Malaya Hills means South India. You bring this Malaya sandalwood and grind this and smear into my body, and then I can only be relieved from the heat, the burning sensation. So Madhavendra Puri, he gave the worship of Gopal to these two Brahmanas. Srila Prabhupada mentions that if we worship the Supreme Lord in His Archa-Vigraha form with love and affection, and actually realize that He is not a stone, made of stone or made of wood, but an actual person, one day the Supreme Lord will talk to you. So these deities of the Supreme Lord, they're none different than the Supreme Lord Himself. Prabhupada gave an example, just like an Indian post, the Indian post office. They put mailboxes all over the place. I don't know if you've seen a mailbox of Indian mailbox, just made of some kind of barrel, or made of, not really like, if you look at it, those of us who are from the West or came from the West, the mailbox there is kind of look like very decent. It's like proper keys and everything, right? And when you put your letter in there, you rest assured that the recipient will receive it. But in India, nevertheless, we're still hoping that it will reach the recipient by putting our mail to the mailbox. So similarly, the deities of the Lord are like this. They're none different than the Supreme Lord, and when we pray to them, when we request them for their blessings and mercy, rest assured also that Krishna is hearing this. Now, He may not reciprocate with us immediately or at once, because our hearts are still full of material desires, as black as a coal, as Srila Prabhupada says. So Madhavendra Puri went to proceed what Gopal told him to do. And on the way, he stopped in Remuna. This same Gopal actually right now is being worshipped in Natadwar. Is there being worshipped as Nataji. I always wanted to go there. Somehow or other, my appetite of going there is always increasing because I've never been there before. Have you been there? Anybody been there before? You're very fortunate. Oh, you've been there? Just now coming. Just now having your darshan is like having darshan of Nataji. Haribol. Thank you. So in Remuna, there is a famous deity of Gopinath. As we mentioned earlier, he was cursed by the arrows of Lord Ramachandra. One day, Lord Ramachandra was smiling, and Sita Devi was asking, is there anything funny? Is there anything that I need to know? Why are you smiling? Do you have any secret that I don't know? That's why you're happy? And Lord Ramachandra says, you just wait. I'll let you know. So Lord Ramachandra, with his arrows, he curved the whole of Vrindavan. The baby Krishna or young Gopal is there with the cowherd boyfriends, with Nanda Maharaj, with Mother Yasoda, with all the cowherds, with the Govardhan Hill. Practically the whole of Vrindavan is there. When he showed this to Sita Devi, this is the reason why I am smiling, because this is the pastimes that I'm going to perform next yuga, Dwapara Yuga. And as you can see in this, if you go there, you can have, this is one of the deities that where you can have darshan, Mangalartik, and immediately after Mangalartik, you can have darshan while having an abhishek of the deities. They will not cover the doors like we do here. And any ISKCON temples or any, I would say, Gaudiya, Vaisnava temples, when they do abhishek, because puja has to be done closed doors. It should be only with the pujari and the deities. But over there, we were surprised. This is one of the highlights when you go to Rimuna. You will see how exquisitely beautiful the deities are, because the whole Vrindavan is there. And they dress, they put like very nice, what you call sari, colored sari. Not to the, because you cannot dress them, so you just put around. And also, Rimuna is famous because the deity there, Gopinath, is being offered 12 cups of sweet rice, kheer. It's not really sweet rice, it's more of a condensed milk. Condensed milk. I joined in Toronto temple where the deities also are called Kirchor Gopinath. Sisi Radha Kirchor Gopinath. So, of course, we also offered 12 cups of sweet rice every night. But the 12 cups of sweet rice that's being offered in Ramuna is what you call Amrita Keli. Amrita Keli means is nectar to the highest level. Amrita Keli is pure nectar. So Madhavendra Puri asked the pujari, what are you offering to the Lord? And the pujari says, well, we offer these 12 cups of sweet rice every day. And within his mind, Madhavendra Puri, he thought, oh, I wish I can taste this Amrita Keli, so that I will have the fortune to offer the same sweet rice to my Gopal. But then he understood that, well, this is not proper just to think about it, because it's not offered yet to the deities. So we should not be like that also. So some devotees, they're thinking, oh, I wonder what's going to be the Mahaprasadam. I wonder what Bhubaneswar Prabhu is cooking right now. We should not even think like that. It's an offense. Not a big offense, but it is an offense. Because in Kali Yuga, to think through the mind of something which is not proper is not considered as real offense. It's not really sin. So he became ashamed of himself. He decided that I will fast. I will just go to the empty marketplace I found earlier, and I will fast. This is not proper. So that night, the pujari had a dream again. We're talking about dreams. If we're going to dream, this is the best dreams. So the pujari had a dream, and Gopinath came to his dream and says, I have my dear devotee in a vacant marketplace, and he's fasting. However, I kept 1 cup of sweet rice just behind me under my cloth. You please bring this, take this with you and give it to him. He is really getting hungry now. So immediately the pujari woke up and he took bath, of course, before going inside the temple or inside the altar. It should be like that also. Before we come to the temple, we should be taking bath, because this is still part of the temple. That he was surprised when he lifted the clothing of Gopinath. He found behind this 1 cup of sweet rice. So immediately he went here and there. Is Madhavendra Puri here? Where are you? Is Madhavendra Puri here? Where are you? I have a very special present for you coming from the Lord. Is Madhavendra Puri here? So he was going here and there and he cannot find. But it mentioned in one place that when he saw Madhavendra Puri, he did not have to ask, are you Madhavendra Puri? He can immediately tell that actually this is Madhavendra Puri. He is the person I'm looking for. So he gave this sweet rice to Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri took this sweet rice to his great delight. And he figured out that the next day, all the people will find out that the deity gave me this sweet rice. So what he did is he finished the whole container of sweet rice and he broke them into pieces. And he put all of these pieces of the whole cup, becomes fragmental, and he put it on his piece of cloth, the end of his cloth, and he decided before morning I have to go to Puri, because that is my destination. But the good qualities, the fame of a devotee because of his bhakti, no one can stop. There is no impediment to this. A person who is a nice devotee, a wonderful devotee, is world famous. He may be in one small temple, not a big temple like Vrindavan or Mayapur or Mumbai. He can be in a small corner, but his seva is so impeccable, pure, no motivation. His name actually is world renowned. So much so that Madhavendra Puri, before even reaching Jagannath Puri, is already famous. Somebody already told that this is what happened. Madhavendra Puri received special favor from the Supreme Lord, receiving this Amrita Keli right from the hands of Gopinath. So everybody was so wanted to have his association. And immediately though, he went to the caretakers of Jagannath, the servants of Lord Jagannath, and told him about his main mission to acquire some sandalwood and camphor to smear his deity Gopal back in Vrindavan. We do this, we're going to have to grind a lot of sandalwood paste after Ram Nomi also sometime. Yes, because it's coming up now in May, Akshaya Tritiya. This is what we call Chandan Yatra. This is the first day where you can actually feel that summer is here. That everyone in Vrindavan, they will have their deities be covered with sandalwood paste, chandan paste. So the servants of the temple of Jagannath, they understood that this is a very, very difficult task. In those days, there is no Air India or Rajdhani. If you take bullock cart, it'll take you also longer. So they go by foot. They walk, and thousands of miles. For us to reach with a fast train, if it's not delayed, it'll take us like what, 20 hours? One devotee, he came from Mayapur and his train was delayed 20 hours. So he spent more time waiting on the train than the train to reach here. And that's a long time. So Madhavendra Puri went there by foot. Now he has to come back by foot again. And so the caretakers of Lord Jagannath gave him one brahmana and one servant to carry this, because 80 pounds of sandalwood is a lot to carry. And they gave him proper papers, because in those days the sandalwood is very rare. So on the way he passed by again Remuna. He passed by again Remuna and had darshan again of Kirchor Gopinath. So now he's known as Kirchor Gopinath, one who stole a cup of sweet rice for his devotee. Then he had another dream. He had another dream. A person who is in love of God, he always sees Krishna all the time, 24 hours a day. His sleep actually is not like our sleep, yoga nidra, mode of ignorance, many times during the day. But his sleep, a pure devotee of the Lord, that's why Prabhupada says that even while he's asleep, he's performing bhakti. So in his sleep this time, Kirchor Gopinath told him that no need to go further. Bring this sandalwood paste. This actually, sandalwood paste you can smear on the body of Kirchor Gopinath. Because Gopal and Gopinath and myself, no difference. So if you put this to smear the body of Gopinath, it is the same as smearing the body of Gopal with chandan paste. So he remained there, and actually his samadhi is there. So Madhavendra Puri, before the end of his life, he was reciting this verse. (197). Aidina dayadra nata, hey, matura nata kado bayo lakse, hidayaun tuad aloka kataram, daita brahmyati kim karomi aham. O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? To the degree that we are actually